Well, this is a very interesting topic. Did you realize the average credit card has 6 different fees? Some have up to 12, while some have none at all. Though the fewest number of fees may seem like the way to go, you could end up paying more if you don't do enough research on this. And joining us this morning is our legal expert when it comes to this sort of thing, Jonathan Fruitkin. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Scott.
6 different fees.
Well, they figured
12.
they figured out a way to make a few bucks. You know, in 2009, Congress changed the law with the CARD Act, and it basically said, hey, credit card companies, you need to limit the way that you make money. So now they're figuring out all sorts of new ways.
Is this thing where you get the the pages and pages of print so small you can't read it, and so it's in there?
Well, it's mostly in there. They were supposed to come out with a small sheet that would explain everything in kind of plain English. Of course, no one understands what's going on with their credit cards.
You get that, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to shred this and throw this. So what's best? I suppose it depends on how you're going to use the card.
It really depends on the person. So some people take their card and they pay it off every month.
Right.
They don't want fees.
Right.
They want to have some rewards. For those people, a no annual fee card might be best. For other people, they just can't get their acts together and they miss payments. A lower late fee would be best for them. So for each person, it's individualized, and the different sort of cards out there are really endless.
How do you even start? Let's say you're new to the credit game and you want to get a card. You've got lots of credit. How do you find the best card?
Well, the very first thing that you need to do is you really need to think about, what is my lifestyle? Am I someone, for example, who travels a lot? Am I someone who travels very little? For example, in my family, I travel a lot.
Right.
But, ironically, my wife's the one who takes all the bags at Christmas time. So for us to have a credit card that allows free baggage for when she travels is worth the $95 fee. It's really different for every single person, every different family.
And is that the same as far as how many cards you might want or need?
Well, that's true. Now, here's kind of the irony about credit, right? The higher your credit limit is and the less credit you use actually helps your credit score. So in a way, you want a little bit more credit than you are normally going to use. So having that credit card for emergencies, especially if it doesn't have an annual fee, is sometimes worth doing.
I'm guessing you like you mentioned, you always want to pay those credit cards off if possible, because I know this is as old as anything. If you have like $1,000 balance, if you pay the minimum, doesn't it take like 10 years to pay that off or something?
It takes a really long time to pay it off if you pay only the minimums. Now, one of the nice changes about the Credit Card Act was that at least your higher balances on a particular card will be paid off first. With that being said, understand that the days that you could just churn credit cards and get free interest for 6 months, that's kind of over. So you really got to pay attention.
Jonathan, thank you so much. That's good information. I appreciate it.
Good to see you.
Come back anytime. Hey, we're getting ready to